everybody, welcome to Microsoft Publisher. So we're going to start off with what you would be seeing when you open up Microsoft Publisher. If you're wanting to use a template, you would type in flyer up here and press the search button, and it would search thousands of different types of templates. You can also type in poster, and it also gives you a bunch of templates. For the purpose of this screencast, we are going to be using a blank sheet. In the blank sheet, you can choose one that goes up and down or goes sideways. You can also change this when you are in Microsoft Publisher in the direction that you want your page to go. This time around, I'm just going to choose this blank one. For the purpose of this screencast, we're going to focus on text boxes and fonts. So on this home tab, when you would like to start with a text box, you would click on text box, select it, hold it, type something in. I'm going to type something in. And obviously this is way too small. Same as in Microsoft Word, you can change the type of font you have, the size of the font, the color of the font. So I'm going to change the size of my font here. Now, a really funky thing that you can do in Microsoft Publisher, which is a little bit harder to do in Word, is you can change the direction that the text is going in. So if you see this little arrow that has a circular, is going around in a circle, if you hold your mouse or left mouse button down and you hold it, it changes into these arrows that show you can change the direction. So you click and you hold, and away you go. There's your changed direction of your text, which you can then move around anywhere you really want. This is the best part about Publisher, is that it's really easy to use, and it's actually made for posters and other things like that. So I'm going to change this because there's another way to do changing text direction, and that's by clicking right here. It says text direction. So look at that, it's changed the direction. You'll notice around the text box that you have these red arrows or red errors. What this means is that the text is actually too big for this text box, so you make sure that you resize it. There you go. This is constantly, you'll be playing with this resizing. It's the same idea. Well, if you want it to change it not to go in this direction, but you want it to go the other direction, again, you do the same thing, move it around. So we're going to go back to this. The most important part of the text is these two selections, which is the text box tools and the drawing tools. In the drawing tools, which we have selected right now, I'm going to select my text. You can format your text using this. I'm going to choose blue. You can also change your font here by going red. And the thing that you guys might find very interesting is these text effects. So here we go, the text effects. You can add a shadow to your text. You can add a reflection to your text. You can add a glow to your text. You can add a bevel, and bevel basically means 3D. So that looks pretty neat. Now let's say that I wanted to add a border around this, or I wanted to change the type of border it is. So again, I have to select my text box. I click onto Format, and I have all these different types of colored outlines I can use. So I'm going to use the blue one. What if I don't want it to be straight like this? How do I change the shape? Well, you can go into change shape right up here, and I can even change the shape to be a smiley face or an arrow or anything for that matter. So this might be something you might want to think about if you are wanting to really emphasize the text, you can always click on the back arrow if you don't want any of that stuff. The most important, a few other things that you want to think about is a text wrap. So thinking about that most of the time you should have your text in Microsoft Publisher as through, and sending forward and sending back is something that we'll be dealing with when we add some pictures.